Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dive deep inside the beehive to uncover a substance that's part superglue, part pharmacy, and 100% natural. Yep, we're talking about propolis, and we're about to find out how this amazing bee-made stuff might just be nature's ultimate hidden healer.
You know, it really sounds like something straight out of a movie, doesn't it? But what if I told you that one of these smallest creatures out there, the honeybee, basically creates its own all-in-one pharmacy? Well, that's exactly what we're exploring today, this incredible substance with a super long history of health and healing.
All right, so here's our game plan. First up, we'll look at the bee's secret weapon itself. Then we'll see how it works as a natural first aid kit and a shield for your body. After that, we'll get into how it comes down inflammation inside us before, finally, digging into the actual science that makes it all possible.
So, let's jump right in. What in the world is this secret weapon that bees have been using for, well, literally millions of years?
Okay, so at its core, propolis is this amazing custom-made resin. You have to imagine bees as these tiny, buzzing pharmacists. They fly around, collect sap from trees and buds from plants, and then they mix it all up with their own special enzymes to create this incredibly powerful, sticky stuff.
And it's a real jack-of-all-trades for them. They use it to seal up any cracks in the hive, which basically sterilizes their entire home and keeps out nasty bacteria and viruses. It's their first line of defense, a kind of biological fortress. And, as we're about to see, that fortress can actually become our shield too.
And this is where things get really interesting for us, because those same protective qualities that keep the hive safe make propolis an absolutely fantastic natural first aid kit, starting with how it heals us from the outside in. You see, this is what makes it so amazing for skin repair. It's not just about disinfecting a cut. Its anti-inflammatory properties create the perfect environment for healing, and it actually signals your skin to start rebuilding itself faster. It's like a 1-2 punch for healing. And just look at how versatile it is. We're talking everything from a minor burn you got in the kitchen or a scraped knee, all the way to more frustrating things like cold sores and even acne. There's a growing body of research showing that propolis can seriously speed up the healing process for all of these. But the magic doesn't stop at the skin. That same germ-fighting power that protects the hive can also do wonders inside our mouths.
And honestly, this is a huge deal for oral health. Just think about it for a second. The very same stuff that keeps a beehive sterile can help do the same for your mouth. It goes after the specific bacteria that cause plaque, gum inflammation, and cavities, helping create a much healthier, more balanced place in there.
Okay, so we've seen how it can heal us on the outside and protect our mouths. Now, let's take this a step further and look at how propolis acts like a shield for your entire body by boosting your internal defenses. Now, this is a really important point. Propolis isn't just out there killing germs all by itself. It's what we call an immunostimulant, so it's more like a personal trainer for your immune system, putting your body's natural defenses on high alert and just making them better and more efficient at their job. And check out the range of this defense system. It's not just for bacteria or viruses, it's also effective against fungi and even some parasites. This broad-spectrum power is what makes it such a valuable ally, especially when you feel like you're coming down with something and need that extra layer of support. So, fighting off invaders from the outside is one thing, but what about the battles that are happening inside our own bodies? Well, this is where propolis plays another huge role, calming that inner fire of inflammation, which we now know is at the root of so many different health problems. This table just breaks it down so perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the problem, something like arthritis or asthma, and then on the right, you see the propolis effect. It actually inhibits the very enzymes that cause that inflammatory response. For stomach ulcers, it directly takes on the H. pylori bacteria, and it even shows real promise for heart health by helping improve cholesterol and blood pressure. So, you're probably asking, what's the secret sauce here? What is it inside this bee-made resin that gives it all these incredible superpowers? Well, let's take a look at the science. So what's actually in this stuff? It's a really complex mix, for sure. But as you can see from this chart, the real powerhouses, the MVPs, are the flavonoids. They make up a whopping 50% of propolis, and they're responsible for the lion's share of its benefits. And here's how those flavonoids get the job done. They are incredibly powerful antioxidants. I want you to think of things called free radicals as tiny little sparks that cause damage to your cells over time. That's what we call oxidative stress. Well, the antioxidants in propolis act like a fire extinguisher, putting out those sparks and protecting your cells, which is absolutely key for long-term health. So how do people actually use it in the real world?
It really boils down to these two main ways. For anything on your skin, you'd use a cream or ointment and apply it right on the spot. But for that internal immune support or for fighting inflammation, it's usually taken as a supplement, like a liquid tincture or in a capsule.
And this quote just gets right to the heart of it all. This isn't just some old folk remedy passed down through the generations. Modern science is really starting to catch up, and research is confirming these powerful wound-healing, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial effects that people have been relying on for centuries. It's the real deal.
Which brings us right back to that tiny, buzzing creature. I mean, if the humble honeybee can create a pharmacy this complex and this powerful, it really makes you wonder, right? What other natural secrets are just sitting right under our noses, waiting for us to rediscover them?